lovely friends. My name is Sunny and welcome to my channel, Sunshine Wellness. On this channel, we share content to help you flourish mind, body, and spirit and live a holistically balanced life. If this sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing. Just a little bit about me. I am a certified yoga instructor, a certified Ayurvedic nutritionist and wellness coach, and I really enjoy helping people live their best, healthiest lives. Today's video, we're going to talk about seasonal eating and specifically fall, autumn eating. And as you're watching this video, it is approaching fall 2024, and autumn is the season of harvest and preparation for the upcoming winter. And so foods are abundant in autumn that are comforting and warming, nourishing and cozy. And so many people love fall for different reasons. But think about it in terms of how it can benefit your health and wellness. So what does eating seasonally actually mean? Simply put, eating seasonally means just eating the fruits and vegetables that naturally grow during specific times of the year. And so if we think about that, certain fruits and vegetables naturally flourish during certain seasons. And so when we eat with the seasons, our bodies become naturally in tune with the season, and we start to actually even feel our bodies craving. When we start to eat seasonally, we start to feel natural cravings as we transition into each season. If you think about it, during the summertime, as it approaches, you start craving things that are cooler, and you start thinking about berries because it's berry season. Or as we approach autumn, you start to want more comforting foods and chili and soups and stews. That is our body in the natural rhythm of the universe. One of the major benefits of eating seasonally is nutrition. So when produce is actually out of season and we get that, it's typically produce that have been shipped from far away, which is fine, but the produce has to be prematurely picked before it is ripe, and it typically lacks nutrients compared to the produce that is actually in season, that's grown naturally and allowed to ripen. Take advantage of your local farmers market. Look for things like apples, bananas, beets, sweet potatoes, bell peppers, broccoli, cabbage, carrots. These are the foods that are in season and have been grown locally, and these are the best foods for your body during that time of the year. When we eat foods that are in season, they contain vitamins and minerals and other nutrients that our body specifically needs for that season. So I'll give you a good example of that. When we are approaching autumn, when we're actually in autumn, our bodies begin to adjust to the cold because there's less sun, and we start needing more sustenance to get through the day. And so that is why we tend to crave warming foods. We tend to crave heavier foods, and we want the pumpkin and the butternut, potatoes. All of these hearty and filling foods contain the healthy carbs and the nourishing vitamins that our bodies actually need. So let's talk about some specific foods and what we can get from them. Let's start with probably one of the most popular fruits during the fall season, and that's the apple. They are in so many varieties and so many different ones to choose from. And so the great thing about an apple is we get so much fiber from that, around 4.8 grams. So you can't beat that. And so it's also very good for our hearts. It helps to lower our risk for heart disease. And when we eat apples, we get the polyphenols, which is what is found in the fiber of apples. And then we have pears. Pears, just like apples, are filled with fiber, and it even has a little bit more fiber in it than the apples because it comes in at about 5.5 grams of fiber. And so that is an excellent source for us to get in that daily recommended amount of fiber. And then we also have vitamin C in pears. And the cool thing about pears is that we can eat pears. You can saute them and have them warm, or you can have them just chopped into a salad. But the great thing is when you're out shopping for pears, you will find them in a bountiful amount during the fall season, so you can practically get them anywhere. And when they're ripe, they're so juicy, and it makes them such a delicious add-on to your sparkling water or just have as a snack or dessert. Next, we have sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are so nutritious and so delicious, and they are perfect to have in fall. The great thing about sweet potatoes is that they contain so many good nutrients. They have fiber, they have vitamin A and vitamin C, which is really good for our immune system. During the fall season, it's a good time to eat a lot of the immune system boosting foods because we're prepping for winter, we're prepping for cold and flu season. And so having sweet potatoes as a side dish, or even having it for breakfast in the morning, like a baked sweet potato with a little bit of brown sugar or a little bit of cinnamon, will give you such a boost for the day and such a health perk. And then, of course, you can't go wrong with having just some sweet potato fries and knowing that you're getting 3.6 grams of fiber per serving makes it a good source of fiber. Also, again, vitamin A, which is so good for our eye health, that adding that to our plate is also a great idea. Do you like Brussels sprouts? A lot of people are on the fence about Brussels sprouts, but did you know that 1 cup of cooked Brussels sprouts contains about 4 grams of fiber? And so it's a great source to get fiber if that's something that you're needed in your diet. And Brussels sprouts are a member of the cruciferous family, and so that means that they have a lot of antioxidants in it. And there is a ton of research and evidence to back up that there are a lot of cancer-fighting properties in cruciferous vegetables like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and cauliflower. And so there are a lot of ways to enjoy Brussels sprouts. If you don't like them, maybe just try them in a different way. A lot of places will roast. You can go to a restaurant and they'll roast them and, add a little Parmesan cheese. And then, they're also super easy to just throw into the air fryer after you have maybe tossed it in a little olive oil and salt. My point is just to give them a try. I was one of those people who didn't care for Brussels sprouts, but then I grew to like them. And so maybe consider having them roasted or chopped up on a pizza. But either way, know that it's a great fall food. It's very nutrient dense. There are so many great fruits and vegetables in fall to enjoy, and don't forget to add them to your soups and stocks and different meals to enjoy. One of the best reasons to eat seasonally is because of the cost. Typically, produce that is in season is in abundance. You have so many. Think about during the summertime when strawberries are everywhere, and that makes the prices cheaper. And so this is a good indicator of whether or not something is in season. So you may see during fall time an abundance of apples everywhere. And so this is a great time to save on our budgets, right? When we are buying foods that are out of season, for example, I recently went to the grocery store And I really wanted to get some blackberries, which is typically a summer fruit, and they were very expensive. And so fruits and vegetables that are out of season tend to be a little bit higher. And so a great way to cut costs and save money is to buy in season. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my content, follow me over on Instagram at Sunshine Wellness 24. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, be well.